Hey, what is going on, all my fellow godlies and Warframe enthusiasts around the world? This is Vance from the ever-popular web series of Warframe God Builds. And in the spirit of continuation, I thought I would kickstart another different series since the God Build series is obviously finished. Now, this is going to be a suggestive series. It's going to be a series that's intended to be aimed at the developers in the hope that we can solidify the content that we have, make changes where changes need to be done. And for my first topic, I'm going to choose Ash's Bladestorm, because other than the Iron Skin from Rhino's skills tree, it's probably the only skill that's been updated as much as it has, probably more than you realize. So if you disagree with this video, before I get started, I should warn you that before you put your opinion down in the comments, you should at least be aware of the way Bladestorm used to behave before the update that changed it, because that is critical to this discussion. Alright, so let's get into it. I think we can all agree here that Bladestorm is in a very bad place. Mechanically, it functions very well. It functions better than any previous version of the Bladestorm did prior to this. However, it's just very redundant to click the Bladestorm button once and then click it a second time to activate it. So my suggestion here is going to be to change the Bladestorm to a guided function ability, very similar and comparable to Avara's ability, where you can throw your weapon or shoot your projectile and guide the power. Ash's Bladestorm, if it were to go through this type of change, would be a lot more rapid, as you could expect. You'd be moving very, very quickly, and I would like to compare it to, Too Human, the style of combat in that game. If you ever played this game, you basically use the analog stick to melee, and you would slide from one enemy to another, and it was crazy. What Digital Extremes could do is they could pull the camera off of Ash's shoulder and put it up into the sky, kind of like a bird's eye view, almost like the perspective you get when you're dead and you're observing other players that are alive, the revive screen. They could pull the camera off of him and then allow you to whoosh back and forth from enemy to enemy, blink if you will, disappear and reappear, and you can guide it for an X amount of time, which is dependent upon duration. Or alternatively, it could be an exalted state, in where you could stay in Bladestorm for however long you want. However, I personally feel is that might be a little bit too overpowered, which is why I, suggested that it be based off of duration. Now, the other thing that you could do with this is you could have an area of activation. So, much like playing an RTS, such as Halo Wars, when you go to put down a icon, when you go to place down, a fortification or a turret or whatever, you highlight an area, and then you click the select button to confirm. So Bladestorm could operate like that as well. You could have an area that you select for the Bladestorm, and that could be based off of range. I think that either one of these ideas functions better in retrospective than what we have currently. I've just been playing Ash a lot because the Matter Eye lens with him works so well, so I've been enjoying him quite a bit. And I've noticed that the Bladestorm is it's not only is it not used by fellow players who also play Ash and myself, but it's just not as fun as what it used to be. So if you agree with this video and you found it to be enlightening, it always helps if you smash that like button, rate, share, comment, all the things I always suggest you to do. And until next time, this has been Vance, signing out. Peace.